honestly, right now, the more that I feel like we're looking at the state of manhood, it's looking like we're going to be in a Golden Girls era.
Do you think a spin the block could ever work? Like, do you think somebody could come back? Like, there is a possibility for that block to be spun and they come back whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Ashanti and Nelly are doing it.
Okay. But is there anybody in your rotation? No. You know, all my spin the blocks are married. They're married now.
And you wanted to get married, so
I trained them. I trained them up real good.
Them wives are happy.
They're all married now. I mean, I haven't had somebody try to spin the block. Let me not count years because people gonna get confused. They gonna be like, my fingers. You saying it's supposed to be more than 8, but it's like more than 6. The numbers ain't adding up. Let me shut up right now. Welcome back to another episode of the So What Now podcast. My name is Carla, so I'm talking to the past.
Is that what I sound like?
Yes.
Damn.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back.
Hi. Welcome back.
We missed you.
Another episode. My name is Dex. I'm so cutesy.
Oh, that's how I sound?
You're so cutesy. She does these, like, things.
I do not.
To you guys. She's so soft.
I do not.
I'm trying to find the outline for today.
I have the outline for today.
We're doing. Oh, you got it?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And I wanted to start out with this very important article.
I knew you didn't want me to look
at it.
I forgot.
Found about friendships, about like your best friend. There's a study that shows spending money on your best friend will boost your mental health and longevity in life.
I'm feeling depressed. What you think of me?
Wait, but you spending will boost your mental health.
Oh, if I spend it.
So, yes, if you're feeling depression, you should pay for my nails. We're going to get our nails done after this.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll make you feel better.
Okay.
And I just want you to know, I'm available anytime you need to boost your mental health and life longevity.
What's funny is that you really technically the rich one. She be playing, but she technically the rich one. She sits down, her check come in every Friday. She got houses on houses. She don't be telling y'all this stuff. I'm not going to tell you too much, but just know that the one that's sitting on some cushy.
I just know you be worried about your mental health. And so I'm always available if you want to hop on a flight.
Well, actually, our passes are already on.
I know. We're supposed to. Oh, yeah. I need to talk to you about going to see Beyonce in July.
Okay.
I already put a bug in the girl's ear that we might crash their hotel.
Okay. Cool. Or we just gonna crash Mandy's house.
Oh yeah, we got options.
Okay. Mandy, we on the way again.
Yeah. So I wanted to share that important research because I'm always thinking about you. I'm always thinking about your mental health, wanting you to feel good. I love you. I want good things for you.
And I want your mental health to thrive too. So you let me know when you're ready for me.
Okay. Listen, 2 for 2 at McDonald's.
They got that?
Who you had a 2 for 2?
I don't know. That 4 for 4?
4 for 4.
That was Wendy's. They got rid of it.
You let me know. Got you, baby. So anyway, what's been going on with you? I heard they've been trying to spin the block.
Girl. I don't understand. And I'm going to read the message without telling who it is. But every time, and I want to remind any men that want to come into my DM, right now I'm not necessarily looking for a boyfriend or anything like that, but we can have some fun.
Okay.
And by fun, I don't mean getting nasty.
Oh.
That's not what I mean. I mean
that's
fun.
Not the only fun you want to have.
Yeah. No, it'll get there if you do right.
Okay.
Or if I'm having a lot of fun, like if you make it real fun, it might get there. But the problem here is that when I end up liking somebody and I tell them, like, this is what I need, right? And they don't be listening, and they think that they can just do whatever they want, and every single time they spin the block. Yeah. So I get this message out of nowhere randomly on a Saturday at 10 p.m. talking about, can I take you out next weekend? You must be bored. You bored. You got nothing else to do? Like, what is going on? Your car ain't got no gas? Like, what's going on? You can't go nowhere? So I was like, that's what the little boy said, you must be bored. And he was like, no, it's been an idea. To be completely honest, I just hesitated because I felt like you wanted nothing to do with me. And if I'm still being honest, I think about you, in all caps, all the time.
Aww.
So sweet. My response was, I always hear that after the fact. Nothing new. Been there, done that. You should have listened to what I told you.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a pretty good catch.
Yeah, you're a great catch.
I work on myself daily. I'm not like perfect because I don't think anybody is, but I'm constantly striving to do better.
Yeah.
I may be a bit much, so you probably like two of me probably won't get along well. But if you're like chilled like Dex, I need a male version of Dex with a job that pays well, with a nice car, with a home, her own bed that I can sleep in.
Yeah.
I need a male version of Dex.
Or you could just be with me.
Yeah.
I just told you. I got a plan for us.
I do like that plan though, because unfortunately,
just part-time, maybe 50% with your man, 50% with me.
Honestly, right now, the more that I feel like we're looking at the state of manhood, it's looking like we're gonna be in a Golden Girls era.
Do you think a spin the block could ever work? Like, do you think somebody could come back? Like, so there is a possibility for that block to be spun and they come back whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Ashanti and Nelly are doing it.
Okay. But is there anybody in your
hell no
rotation? No.
There might be one. But I think circumstances have to change.
Yeah.
Maybe one. But I don't think so.
Yeah. You know, all my spin the blocks are married. They're married now.
And you wanted to get married so
I
bad.
trained them. I trained them up real good.
Them wives are happy.
They're all married now.
I mean,
yeah, I haven't had somebody try to spin the block. Let me not count years because people gonna get confused. They gonna be like, my fingers. You saying it's supposed to be more than 8, but it's like more than 6. The numbers ain't adding up. Let me shut up right now.
I keep saying it's public. This be out.
Let me shut up right now. Because they could be like, but I thought we was in. Okay.
Nope. Yeah, actually, I don't think so.
No.
For me, I don't think I've had anything substantial enough. And the one that I can only think about, which is who I talked about last episode, I really do think we're such great friends that maybe if we're like 60 and still single, I don't know. But not even then, I could still don't see a reason why it needs to go above that when I really enjoy his friendship. Yeah. So I don't know.
So my last 2 boyfriends and then the last guy that like I dated but wasn't my boyfriend, they're all married. And very soon after. I think I scared them away from the streets. They said it's spooky out here. Let me get inside. Let me get inside.
And they stayed inside.
These bitches want all your money.
There's only one that I can think of, and he looks happy.
Yeah, they all seem happily married.
But also, I will say, it was for the best.
Yes.
Like, you're living your best life.
Yes,
the one that I know,
absolutely.
he's doing great. And I think he's about to be a pastor.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
You would have been a first lady.
I would be a girl. It's all for the best. It all works out for everybody. I'm happy for all of us.
No, it really does. Yeah. You would have been a first lady today.
I wouldn't have been a first lady. He wouldn't be a pastor.
You're right. You would have taken him away from his path.
He would have. Yeah. And the Lord said, no, send him on his way. Send him on his way. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. Shout out to them.
Her sometimes boyfriend been around for so long now.
Who, my sometimes boyfriend?
Yeah. That's been so long that any of these exes, do they even count?
Actually, you know what?
After how long did we stop counting them?
Like a 10-year period?
Yeah. I think
including my baby daddy.
Oh, gone.
I don't even have a baby daddy. We're just related to the same daughter.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. We just got the same baby.
Same.
Yeah.
For the oldest one. Yeah. So actually for this one too. He ain't nowhere to be found.
I don't have a baby daddy. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Just a guy that I have a kid with.
I'm gonna say I had IVF or something. At this point, my baby got here through in vitro fertilization. That was it.
Oh my God.
A donor. That's it. What we got?
For Woman of the Week, bitches is still going to space. And that's really fucking cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
Can we go?
No, but you can.
Oh.
So Aisha Bowie is I don't got my notes. See, this what happened when I try to run the fucking thing. Damn, let me damn.
Oh, because you put it. There's a source here, though. Hold on.
I don't like clicking. So Aisha Bowie, she is a Bohemian American aerospace engineer, honey.
Okay.
And an entrepreneur. She recently made history in April of 2025. Yes, exactly, bitch. That's impressive.
What kind of school you go to be a rocket
scientist?
A lot of
school, right?
I guess.
And I think there's math involved in that.
And a lot of reading.
all
But
I can
not
do
the
is count
fun kind.
dollars. But she was the first, back in April, first Black woman to fly the Blue Origin.
Also, she went with Gail.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I think she might be, because Blue Origin is the thing with
So she's only the 6th Black woman to cross the Kármán line, which is the internationally recognized space boundary.
Yeah.
So the bitches is going to space. That's the new thing. Like,
go to space?
Fuck going to Cancun, bitch. I've been to space.
I want to go to space.
You can, friend, and I'm gonna wait for you. And actually, bring me back a souvenir.
We're not going that far.
Bring me back a shooting star.
Okay.
I really would love that.
I would love to go to space.
I know, and I would love for you to go to space.
I would. It was like when I jump off the plane.
Yes.
I feel like it would be like that.
I love that for you.
You don't want to go jump off the plane with me now?
Abso-fucking-lutely
What
not.
do I have to do for you to jump off the plane with me?
There is nothing that you can do.
Come on.
When I say there is nothing, Carla, I'm not jumping out of a plane.
It can't be that bad.
Unless let me see. What is a reason that I would jump out of a plane? I have to be like running away from something.
No, it's so freeing. It's so freeing.
You know what? Because you gonna be a billionaire, so I will jump out of a plane for $1 million.
Damn, stay your ass right here, waiting for me at the bottom. That ain't gonna improve my mental health.
Welcome back to Earth. And then is that really fucking you, bitch, or is that an alien?
If I become a billionaire,
yeah,
I'll pay you $1 million to go.
I know, because it's like nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, remember that. Somebody make a note of that.
Somebody help me become a billionaire.
Anyway,
shout out to her though. Yeah,
shout out to her. That is so cool.
She recently. Lingo secured $2.3 million venture capital. Jesus Christ, she's doing her thing.
I fucked up. Ain't nothing in here. Hold on, wait a minute now. Goddamn.
Wait, what are you doing? All right, so we're going to go, this is womanhood, motherhood?
Yes, womanhood.
We're still in womanhood because we are women. So if at some point you're asking yourself, so what now after you go through a situation or you're going through something, send us an email to the sowhatnowpod@gmail.com or go to the So What Now podcast on Instagram. Shoot us a DM. I think we should start the voicemails.
Oh, yes, that would be so funny.
That'd be fun. Yeah. If we do the voicemails, we'll let you know.
Okay.
But here we go. Oh, listener letter. Hey, so what now, Team Carla and Dix? Hey. So it says, I'd love your take on something that's been weighing on me. I have a friend from my college days. We were pretty close back then. And even after graduation, we managed to keep in touch despite now living in different countries.
Okay.
Oh, they far. Over time, though, things have changed quite a bit. While we used to have small differences in opinion, they were never a big deal. But in recent years, she's become increasingly nosy, very religious, and quite judgmental. Wait a minute.
Is her name Carla? Sorry. Sorry.
She got
Did
married.
I write this letter?
You wrote this letter. She got married about 1.5 years ago and is now planning to have kids. That's like me. Well, it was me. Meanwhile, I've been in a happy relationship for about 1 year, but I'm not in any rush to get married.
I might have wrote this letter like years ago.
And honestly, I did want to get married. And honestly, I may not want kids at all. Despite me sharing this with her, clearly she keeps asking when I'm getting married, telling me how great married life is and warning me about my biological clock. Crap, that's rude. I've tried to brush it off, but it's starting to really bug me. It feels like she has no respect for my boundaries and or choices.
Yeah.
Recently, I posted something online calling out religious outrage in our country. And she responded by arguing with me, saying some pretty vile and offensive things. What's religious outrage?
Like not agreeing with like something that's going on religiously.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's when it really hit me. We're just on different life paths. We're on totally different pages when it comes to politics, religion, and I'm an atheist.
Ooh.
She's very conservative.
Oh, you can be more different.
And even basic respect. Yeah, that's very different.
Yeah.
The truth is, I don't think we have much in common anymore outside of our shared past. And I'm torn. On one hand, I feel like I should just cut the ties.
Mm-hmm.
If this were anyone else, I probably would have already cut them. But part of me feels guilty because we were close ones. And I'm struggling with whether I owe it to our friendship to at least have a conversation about how I feel. So what now? Have you dealt with a friendship like this where someone you were once close to starts feeling more like a stranger or worse, like a source of stress? Well, I don't like stress.
Mm-hmm.
Should I try to talk to her about it, slowly distance myself, or just let it go completely? Thanks in advance. A conflicted friend.
Right. So we're going to get to answering her question, but this brings up a question for me, for you.
What?
Could you be friends with someone with such an extreme religious difference?
I believe I can be friends with someone that has a religious belief. I don't think I can be friends with an atheist.
That's what. So in this letter, I'm like,
Yeah. Because
That's a core value.
Yeah, it is. And it also speaks to morals too, because if you don't have kind of like a guide on how you live life, you kind of will do whatever. And I did an episode with an atheist, and I did a lot of research for Across Generations. And there's a atheist community of Atlanta, right? And we found the president of it, and they had someone come and speak and be a part of that conversation. So it was an atheist across from a Christian, across from an agnostic person. And they just don't believe in no higher power, right?
Yeah.
So at least like someone that's Muslim believes in Allah and Jesus in the Quran. Really, we have a lot of the same beliefs.
Yeah.
Buddhist, what's other ones? I don't know. Mormon,
Catholic.
Catholic and Christians are pretty similar. Yeah, it's about the same.
Yeah.
But it regardless.
Seventh-day Adventists.
So I have had friends that are Seventh-day Adventists. I still do actually. So they all have we all have a belief really in a system that guides you on an everyday from good or bad. And there's a moral high ground there for different religions. I don't think it would work in a romantic relationship, especially if you're planning to have kids. But as a friend, yeah, like if you were a Muslim, you pray more than me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Or you just have a different way of living.
Yeah.
And as an atheist, I don't think I could be friends. So this makes a lot of sense as to why. Can you imagine the arguments if you don't believe in a God? And I'm like, but God, and I don't want to hear universe necessarily. Although I have people that be like, well, the universe, and I hear it, but I do. Like, for example, Mandy. Mandy comes from church. She was a missionary. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Mandy was a missionary.
Wow.
Back in the day. Now, yes, she's not religious. And sometimes she's spiritual because when she goes through things, she'll be like, God. And I'm like, told you. It's there. It's there. You know who you've been leaning on. But there is also like, you just know what conversations to have with these people and where to compartmentalize them. So if you were that close, I don't think you can continue being that close.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's going to be tough for y'all to continue your friendship. So she's like, is
just
it worth
off of
even
that.
having a conversation, or should she slowly distance herself?
No, I think as adults we should have a conversation.
Right.
That I don't think there's anything wrong with that, especially if something's really bothering you. Like if it's something that makes you feel. She mentioned something because it wasn't even angry. The word she used was
stressed.
Stressed.
Yeah.
No, that's not okay.
No.
If a friendship is causing you stress, you have to talk about it. You have to do something. No. And then she's like, should I gradually distance myself? Yeah, you could do that too, but also have the conversation at some point in time. Be like, I just don't think we're aligning with X, Y, and Z, and this makes me feel uncomfortable.
I think so. For some people, like you can continue the friendship, but when it's as strong as atheist versus conservative, because she said the friend is conservative, those are two extremes. Yes.
Am I?
You are.
No.
You are.
Ish.
No, ma'am.
I think I'm liberal. Independent.
You would like to be liberal because it's a cute label, but bitch, you are conservative. And until the Republicans went crazy, bitch, you were heavy Republican.
I'm not Republican. I'm my own values. You just got to register as one of them.
I know, but you
and another reason why I registered Republican was because if you register
the
independent,
other
you
day
can't vote.
You said broke people shouldn't be allowed to hunch.
They shouldn't.
That is conservative.
I didn't say poor. I said broke. Because there are people that are poor and are working every day and they're paying their bills. Broke means you can't pay your gas. You ain't got gas money. Your lights is off. You're hungry. If you're hungry, your wee shouldn't get up and your thing shouldn't get wet.
See?
Period.
Conservative views.
Go to work.
Conservative views.
Go to work. You can be poor, but broke, no sex.
That's conservative. Liberals be like,
that's
be
not
free
conservative.
and fuck.
And then have children I got to take care of with my taxes?
Look at you. Yes. Okay. We can move on, but I'm just saying, like, you're a conservative. And if you don't see that, that's part of you being conservative.
I don't think that's conservative. I think that's just, all right.
No, you're conservative. You don't think it's conservative. You think it's just right.
Yes.
And that's why you're conservative.
Yes. That's right. Ding, 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 ding. It is wrong to sit out here and be having babies when you're broke. Not if you're working and you're paying your bills and you don't happen to be rich. But broke is a different story. You shouldn't even have a girlfriend. That's called homosexuals.
Broke people be hunching. If broke people didn't hunch, I wouldn't be here. Michaela wouldn't be here.
We did have that conversation.
Oh.
Somebody broke?
Yeah, no, I got distracted.
I said, what happened?
Hey, Shabby.
No. So you were how old when you was hunching and got pregnant?
19.
Thank you. I was 17. When I'm speaking on this platform, and I have my opinions. I am talking about people that are already grown, supposed to be mature, and have had life experiences. Yes, kids hunch, they ain't got no money.
Yes.
You end up being a teen mom. It happens. But once you're older, no.
Yes, your conservative views make you feel like adults can't make mistakes.
That's not a mistake. Getting pregnant is not a mistake.
Okay, Carla.
I can't say that when
I don't know how we got here, and I don't know why you won't accept that you're conservative. It's okay. Conservative is not just Trump. And maybe that's why you don't want the label. No, but you are conservative, bitch.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I will date freely. Conservatives don't date. They just get married.
What you been trying to do, bitch?
Not get married
you
right
were
now.
Married.
No.
You've been trying to get married.
No.
Your whole life, bitch. You've been trying to get married.
I already got married. No, I want a partner. But I don't even know if I want that now.
Girl, you are conservative. Stop fighting it.
I am.
We should do like Carla. A little test. Like one of those little blind tests that tell you
what you're
conservative. Yes.
Okay, we'll find one.
Yeah, even though we know the fucking answer. You're
so what are you?
I'm liberal.
All the way?
Mm-hmm.
You just wild. You's a wild girl.
And that might be true for liberals because it's very much like.
But it's too. When you're liberal, that means you just kind of like go with the flow and do what makes you feel good. That's not okay. That's not okay.
And
that's what we
end up. Still don't think she's conservative.
And she
still don't think she's conservative.
I want to go back to this friend.
Okay,
because this is ridiculous.
I still love you.
I love
McCain.
You too.
Carla McCain.
I know. McCain was good.
Carla McCain.
I voted for McCain. I did.
Dex Obama and Carla McCain.
No, but I like Obama, though. I like Obama. He was cool. But
most Republicans did. That's why he won.
No.
Still a fucking Republican.
The first term he won because he was black.
You know what? And that's a concern. You know what? Let's just move on.
Okay.
I don't want to fight with you today. That's another thing about you that's very conservative. It's right and wrong, black and white.
No, there's gray areas for some things. Some things.
That benefit you.
Abortions, I think, are a gray area. For sure. Now, don't use it as birth control.
Okay. See?
Okay.
All right.
That's not conservative.
Yes, it is.
To use abortions.
Conservatives swear that people use abortions as birth
That's
control.
what I'm trying to tell you. That's why I'm not conservative.
My body, my choice. If I want to have 10 fucking abortions, I can have it.
Go to jail.
See?
I'll put you under the jail. I will put you under the jail if I was the president. If your body, your choice, go do that shit in jail. That is ridiculous. That is so irresponsible.
But she don't think she's Republican.
No,
I think you're conservative.
No, but I don't think it should be like, oh my God, you just can't have any abortions. Things happen.
But why does it bother you?
Because it's not right.
See?
It's wrong.
It's none of your fucking business.
It is.
It's none of your business.
I gotta pay for it when you have these kids.
My pussy is my prerogative.
Okay, then if that's the case, don't ask for welfare. You don't get no food stamps. You don't get no Medicaid. You don't get none of that.
She really don't think she's conservative.
I understand having a child and you did, but now 10 of them? And you still not working? No, that's not okay.
You know how hard it is to work with 10 kids?
Exactly. Stop hunching.
We don't lost it. Sorry. Ma'am, end the friendship. It ain't gonna work. You believe in the devil. Well, let me not say that. Like, you don't believe in nothing. She believe in everything. She's Carla. Your friend is Carla. And you see?
And if she's conservative, which I'm not.
And I'm liberal. And you see how hard it is with me and Carla.
Because you don't believe that.
So
you would never. She's saying all that. You're pandering to the liberals. Because you would never have 10 abortions.
But I don't care if someone does.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
If somebody was close to you.
I will drive you to the 8th, 9th, and 10th. Girl, you need a ride? I will take you.
You took me to a fake one.
Fuck them kids.
Remember the fake one you took me to?
I took you to a fake abortion?
I almost got caught cheating. And we pretended like you took me. It wasn't an abortion. Oh, I took you to an abortion.
Bitch, what? You putting abortions on me?
I'm like, wait. I almost
you
got
put
caught.
An abortion on me?
Yeah, I did. You agreed to it.
Listen, because I'm liberal. Bitch, you can put 5 abortions on me.
Because they weren't real.
What are we getting out of this? This is fun.
Me not getting my ass.
Tell them I need another one. You need a babysitter? Tell them you got to take care of me. I just had an abortion.
You wouldn't do it. And if you had, you wouldn't want that for your daughter. You wouldn't want that for your sisters. You wouldn't want that for your nieces. You would not. Would you say, I don't care if it was
someone... But I'm not putting them in jail if they do.
You're going to get them help and tell them something's up with you having all these kids.
I'm going to offer them help.
Right, because they need it.
Offer them help.
And
if they don't take it and they need an 11th abortion, that's between them and the higher power that they believe in, and I'm going to be there for them.
Well, when I'm not president, yes, mind my business. When I'm president, jail. But I ain't going to be president, so it's okay.
A 3-day work week.
Okay.
Everyone gets a free bikini budget.
Okay.
No, 3-day work week for women. 7-day work week for men.
Okay.
We get a bikini budget every year.
Make sure everybody wear bikinis that are appropriate to their bodies.
Women get 90 days of vacation every year.
Okay.
For you to use whenever you want to, and you can make a man do the job while you're away.
Okay.
Men get paternity leave.
Men get paternity leave? Okay.
Yes, they do. Mm-hmm.
I like that.
And they get vasectomies, and they reverse them when they're ready to have kids.
I like that.
Okay. There we go.
I feel like every man
vote for Dex.
I do agree with vasectomies, though.
Yeah.
I think they should be like...
I'm glad we can agree on something.
Oh, I love a vasectomy. I'm telling you, I'm not that conservative. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
We'll bring up some more things that I'm not conservative about.
I'm sorry. Okay, let's go move on to motherhood.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Have you heard about that lady in Georgia?
Exactly. Let's talk about this.
Oh, yes.
So there's a young lady in Georgia in February. She had severe headaches and was hospitalized. Then they declared her brain dead. So essentially she's not coming back, but she had these multiple blood clots in her brain.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, she was 9 weeks pregnant. Very, very, I mean, this is when like people pretty much find out. She had just found out she was pregnant. So now she's brain dead. And although we know she's not coming back, she's been kept on life support long enough to develop the fetus to be able to live outside the body and then let her die. Now you're probably thinking, okay, well maybe the family really wants this baby. No, she actually already has a little baby, like a little toddler. The baby daddy, I don't know if they're married or not, but her husband, let's just call him her husband. The mom, the dad, no one has to say so on this. Right. They are forcing her to stay on life support long enough to deliver this child.
Because of the abortion laws.
Like what?
Mm-hmm. It's a slippery slope, Miss Republican.
Exactly why I'm not conservative, because this is not okay. This is not okay.
Slope. It's a slippery slope.
And I'm slipping and not sliding.
Okay.
Okay. That's where we're going with it. Like, it's just crazy because her mother, whose name is April, she's like, I'm distressed over the situation. She's describing it as torture, watching her daughter just on life support and knowing like, will this baby even be a thing?
How does that impact the baby?
Emotional and financial strain. So all this financial stuff comes back on the family.
You're fucking lying about that. No way.
Oh, yeah.
They got to pay to keep her alive in the hospital for the baby?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
I didn't realize that.
And then keep in mind, they got to continue to visit her. That's your daughter that's sitting there. That's your child. That's your grandchild that's living in this. So you have to go make sure your grandchild is good. And then now you have to make sure you're able to take care of this. So
I'm more outraged that they got to cover the bill.
Cover the bill.
This is crazy.
And plus, it's like, if she dead, does the insurance still keep going? Does she have insurance?
You know, that might be a loophole.
Because they're on life support, so technically they're breathing, but they're brain dead. They named the baby Chance, and it's about 20...
Because chances are... Sorry.
That was Tourette's. Let's blame it on Tourette's. The baby's only 22 weeks old. They have reported that it's going to have potential health issues, possibly blind or cerebral fluids accumulation. And they still making this baby get born.
Jeez.
A child with special needs now on a strain with a father that already has a child, losing his partner, the parents losing their child, having to now... What?
Yeah, and so now I'm about to go down a conspiracy rabbit hole because if they are going through these extremes to keep a baby alive, there's something about the birth rate that we don't know.
I feel like there's something always going on.
There's something that we don't
know.
That we're like, gotta get the babies out. Gotta keep the...
But this baby's... I don't know. Is it keeping the babies out or keeping people like in a financial bind while having these kids? Because this child, clearly, if it comes out blind or with cerebral fluid or something like that, it's going to be a disabled child that definitely probably won't be able to function. God willing, it comes out, it's a boy, right?
Yeah.
He comes out, healthy and a normal baby boy that's going to be able to be a part of society. But it doesn't seem that way. You're literally in the womb of a dead mom.
Yeah.
Being like, and what if they're like trying to see if they can take dead bodies? Oh oh my God, so like when you die, right? They use you as an incubator on life support and they inject babies in you and just have you as like a baby making machine.
Yeah, they're doing that on what's that show? Handmaid's Tale.
Stop.
They're just like incubators.
No. While they're dead? No.
Yeah.
This is happening.
Yeah.
Somebody take I don't want to be fertile no more. Because I feel like if you're fertile, they're going to do it to you.
Yeah.
But if I'm not fertile, take my uterus.
That's scary. I mean, what do I need it for? Do I need it? I'll ask Nitra.
You can get rid of your uterus, but not your ovaries.
Okay.
Because then you have to be on like medicine. But you're about to be like on menopause.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Yikes. We're kind of close. You don't have to worry about that. Once you hit that.
This is going, we're going on to the next topic.
Once you hit them hot flashes.
Me and
you don't got much longer to be an incubator.
We're going to wrap this up by saying we're going to pray for the family and pray for baby Chance.
Yeah.
Like.
And the dad. Like, I don't know.
That's sad.
I don't know. We did talk also about a situation that the daddy erasing it.
Yes, so there's this family trending on social media.
Oh, it's a mom.
It's a mom.
Mm-hmm.
She has a son.
Mm-hmm.
And she's planning that so she's a single mom. She has a son. Once the son turns 8 years old,
mm-hmm.
she's going to send him to live with the father.
Okay.
And so the internet is torn about like whether or not this is a good idea to send your son to live with his father once he becomes a certain age. They're saying like you're a bad mom, like the mom should always be the primary parent.
That's ridiculous.
Others are saying like, there's things a woman just can't teach a young man.
Day-to-day.
And in those like critical prime years, like it is better for them to be primarily with the father. I'm curious, what are your thoughts on it?
Because I'm not conservative. I do believe that is okay. See? Liberal. If the father is a good parent, they're already co-parenting. So it's not like, oh my God, I'm raising him from 8 years. He doesn't know who his father is, and I'm sending him over there. There's already a great co-parenting thing going on there. Myself, as having a son now, is definitely something that's very anxiety-ridden for me. Like, although he's doing a great job peeing, standing up, we're doing a good job. I can't teach him that. He can't see me. He finds my makeup brushes and knows what to do with those.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what to do with, well, he does. Anywho, I think it's a great thing because she's not saying she's separating herself from her son's life. It's just primarily be with a man that you can now teach him how to be a man. Right now, I do believe that it is up to me to teach my son these like, to nurture him. I have to nurture you right now. I'll take you through these steps of knowing how to, regulate your system and like, you want mommy, but I can still nurture you while then you're learning to be a man with a father. But just let's preface this by saying, let that be an emotionally intelligent, responsible man.
Yes.
Not just because you gave the sperm for this child and you happen to biologically be a man, that does not make you a man that's fit to raise a young boy into a man, because we're just going to create another monster like you.
Okay, but I say send them over there either way, because there's plenty of mothers who don't have those qualifications and they still have to keep the kids. So send them over there either way. But
if you're I would never send Psalm over there at 8.
Oh, that's different.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's different. If it's just like emotional, like abuse is one thing.
Correct.
But just not necessarily being the perfect parent. Still go over there and do it.
No.
Go over there and do it.
If you're an active father, and like Ayana's dad.
Yes.
We don't get along, but he's still a great person. He's still a responsible man.
You think we can send some to him?
I should. He ain't got no son.
Right. It's like, because you didn't step up as much as I needed you to back then, here go your second chance. Yeah. Maybe we can talk about that back pay if you... Maybe we can make an arrangement.
Yeah. I'll stop. You don't got to pay that next $10,000. I'll send some over there. You want to come play with him?
I think this is a great idea because, in my opinion, and it might be a hot take, I know on the last episode we were talking about like, where are all these like monsters coming from? I'm not saying that it's single moms creating the monsters. I'm saying that maybe there is something to boys growing up into men and not having the man in their life. Maybe there is some disconnect into what we as single mothers are not able to provide, something that we're not seeing, something that we're not modeling, that's creating this disconnect.
That's
to have
not even
all
a disconnect.
These like,
you're unable to.
Yes.
You're just not equipped to teach a man how to be a man? Can we teach him to be respectful? Can we teach him to be responsible? Can we teach him to speak well, have some type of motivation, show them how to be healthy? Yeah, all those things can be taught, but there's just an essence, especially for Black and brown boys, and how to navigate this world that we can't teach them. I have like what we would call pretty and woman privilege, right? Where you can walk into certain rooms. My son won't have that.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I'm going to teach him how to navigate those areas.
Male mentors in his life very early on.
Yes.
Very early on. Male mentors in his life. Even with me, like with Michaela, I tried my best to expose Michaela to women who were doing different things and better things than me so that she could see, like, the world wasn't so limited into what you can be. Like, I kept her around Amma, who's highly educated in the healthcare field, like, involved in all these different organizations and stuff. I made sure, like, she had exposure to Alicia, like, through, like, looking at the legal things and stuff like that. Like, and I think that's important for boys too, but not even just for like career and how far you can go in life, but really just to like understand how to handle your emotions. Ooh. They have some other stuff going on emotionally that we don't know how to teach them how to regulate.
There is a movie on Netflix. Netflix.
Girl, this picture of these people on this next topic just damn near took me out. I'm sorry.
What?
Sorry, go ahead.
I forgot. Oh, Priscilla something. Shoot. What is it called? Damn. I'll find. It's a really good movie online. And essentially, it is a Christian movie because it's with Priscilla. And I can't remember her last name. She's a preacher. But it's about a young boy. She is a single mom raising this young boy who's kind of lost. And they find like a male mentor. And these male mentors, the older ones, would bring a younger one. And usually be their sons or a boy that they knew. And he was a very successful businessman. But he would take them to pray and also to like show them how to be men.
Yes.
And they would meet, I don't know how often, but it was so dope how you saw this boy watch these men who are successful. And it was white and Black men. Like it was all different races.
Yeah.
But seeing them operate in, like you said, their businesses and their jobs and how they treat their women.
Seeing how they treat their wives, their girlfriends. Yeah. Yeah.
Not just going into a room like, hey, you see these big titties. You see this one right here. She got a donk. Like, no, they're talking about like really good things. Yeah. I would love that for some. I don't know. You know, I don't have a lot of males in my life, but hopefully we can find them.
The Boys and Girls Club and shit like that.
Yeah. No,
but I think what this woman is doing is a great idea, and more women who have the father involved in their life, even if they don't go live with them primarily, like figure out some kind of way to like have them take the lead more. And
forget what your old ass grandma and mama is saying, because I'll tell you one thing. When I went to New York for that summer, it was the first time I sent Ayanna with her dad. She was 14. And it was that summer, and then again, I sent her when I went to Jersey. My grandmother and my family, outraged. It was ridiculous. I was like the bottom of the barrel. Mother, how dare you send her over there? And I'm talking about not my son's dad, but my daughter's dad. We've had our issues, but he is not a bad person. He's always had a job. He's responsible. He's clean. He's well-spoken. Like, he's a good person.
Yeah.
Why can't she be over there with him?
Right.
We're going to have issues, like, whatever, but go with your daddy.
Exactly.
Even when she was little, she would cry, I don't want to go. Get in that car. Because that man ain't doing nothing to you and you're not in danger.
Yeah.
So go. Let them be with their father. Sometimes we get so caught up. I hear women saying, it's Christmas. I want my kid. Girl, let them go. Let them go. Let them have that exposure to their dads, too. We can't do everything for them. And I do think that we need to expose our children to, like, different things.
Yeah.
And different struggles. Not like I don't have no food or no money, but like different struggles.
It's important for them to see how other people deal with strife, negativity, struggles, challenges.
Family.
Because how you do it, someone's going to do it a different way.
Yeah, like he has a wife.
And it just gives them more tools. It literally
his wife is Jamaican. And it's like, look at how she deals with things. Look at her culture. Look at how she disciplines her daughters. Like how she speaks to you. Like those are different ways of dealing. And that's a dynamic of a marriage that you haven't seen before.
Yeah.
So experience it. Yeah, I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I think more people could consider it.
We need more fathers that are willing to step up.
I know. Okay, so another thing that I saw on the internet.
What?
There's this couple, Deja and Antoine. They were both born. I'm not even going to try to pronounce.
Oh, is the picture on here?
Genetic, yes, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, but they were born with a genetic disorder that causes them to have fragile bones. They both have over 600 fractures combined between the two of them.
Bone fractures?
Yes. So they are like, they have a pretty good following on social media, but one reason why they're trending right now is because they recently had a baby. And the baby has already been diagnosed with the same disease. So the discourse online is whether or not you should have children knowing that they can have these challenges and diseases and genetic conditions that you're going to pass on, like whether or not that's okay. Like people are literally in their comments, like, how could you bring another person into this world knowing they're going to have the same struggles that you have? And just like, should people with disabilities have reproductive choices?
Here's the thing. Disability is a very wide, broad umbrella.
Okay.
I'm disabled if we talk about it.
Yes.
So there are just some things that we need to be, y'all liberals, be like, everybody should do whatever they want. It's their mind, their business. See this. Actually, I want to know what you think about this. Liberal.
I think it's still my body, my choice. I do.
Okay.
And just because you have a genetic disorder does not mean that you don't deserve.
We're talking about them specifically.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that you don't deserve to live. I feel like in looking at these people online, they have full lives. They fucking. They seem happy.
See, I don't know much about them. Right?
They're in a relationship. They seem happy. They're influencers, basically.
Who takes care of them?
They pay for a caregiver.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I'm going to ask these questions. So they pay for a caregiver for themselves.
Yeah, I think the caregiver put them, okay, I'm sorry, a little sidetrack. If y'all go online and look at them, it's like, how did they get in the position to hunch? I think the caregiver had to like put them together to hunch.
What? Like Frenchies?
I don't know what the position was, but they had to.
No, like the Frenchies, they Frenchies can't have sex.
I don't know what a Frenchie is.
The dogs?
Oh.
Those dogs have to be
Let's not compare people to dogs. Let's wrap that one up quick. The fuck? God damn, Carla.
And that's how you know they shouldn't have babies.
Okay, so that's your opinion. You don't think they should have babies?
Okay, now, if you said if they have the money to pay for a caregiver for themselves and for that baby, cool. But is that baby going to have the same thing?
Yeah, it already been diagnosed. The baby's already been diagnosed.
Are they on Medicaid?
They have money. They are influencers.
I know influencers.
They influencers with money.
Okay.
They got that money done.
If you got the money and you're able to have someone take care of that child, I still don't think it's fair though.
You still feel like broke people you're going back to broke people shouldn't have sex.
No, you should have babies.
So people should only.
Actually, broke people can have sex if they have a vasectomy and they're on some type of birth control. That's 100%.
Okay.
You just don't have babies. Don't reproduce.
So you feel like people should only reproduce in a perfect setting. You got to come out without genetic disorders. You have to come out having money to care for yourself.
No. Wait. Because you can't control if your child comes out with a genetic disorder or not. Like I can control someone coming out with autism.
Okay,
that's not genetic. But
and they can't control that. I mean, there's a chance, right? But
the chance is huge.
Okay. This is a question. It might be ignorant, but it's a question. Because you have ADHD, is there a higher chance that your children?
Yes.
Okay, so had you known that, would you still have reproduced? Because your disease is a cute little disease, right?
It's not cute.
That is discrimination. That is
maybe a little bit.
That is it's not handicap anymore. Ableism. Yeah, bitch. That's the word. Ableism.
Once you're here, you're here. I get it. But we do have to have a choice and we have to make smart choices. Mm-hmm. So if you know you're going to have a child who's going to have 300 fractures by the time that they're 3, why do that? And just because you're doing well as an influencer, now they gonna die. And what if that kid don't have the money to take care of himself?
He might have the money, but listen. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something.
What?
You know who else only wanted perfect people to be
born? Never said perfect. Or
wanted to select. I'm getting nervous, bitch. You need to slide on over here back to the lip.
I'm gonna do some reading, and I'm gonna come back next episode to tell you about what the Bible say about this.
Listen, poor people, disabled people, anything.
I said
broke, whatever.
Broke.
You're fucking crazy, bro.
No.
Yes.
No. I'm telling you, we would have a better world. I think Hitler said that too.
Oh Jesus! You know what? We might have to wrap up the podcast early today.
No, all I'm saying is I'm watching them, right? And they are in a wheelchair. They clearly can't take care of themselves.
Mhm.
Just be happy. Why do we have to include a child?
They're
Children
happy.
don't increase your happiness. Children are like a responsibility. Children, we're raising them to be part of this community and of our society.
And they can't be in the community and society.
No, they're not. They're in a room creating more videos about this. I love the fact that they're bringing awareness to this. And if you have a child that has this genetic disorder, it's like, of course, show how you can live. But we don't want to continue to reproduce people with 300 fractures of bones.
Lord, I know I don't come to you often, but I ask that you come into Carla's heart and you change her mind on this topic. This is very important to me, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray. I know I don't do it a lot, but I do pray about this one.
Jesus,
Amen.
Father God,
Open
while
her
we sit
eyes.
here in your presence,
You are not going to go against my prayer.
I would just like to ask you that what she's asking, yes, open my eyes.
Yes.
Open my heart.
Yes.
And show me what you think, Lord,
Okay.
about this. Not what she
Because
thinks,
he made
but
them.
what you think.
Amen.
He did.
made them.
Lord,
He
let me
created
know
them in his perfect
if
image.
you want them to recreate
Yes, he do, bitch.
more.
I'm speaking for the Lord right
We're
now.
praying.
Yes, the fuck he do.
Lord, I come to you again, Father God.
I'm about to cry.
I need to...
You need to change your heart on this. Not even your mind, your heart.
I don't have an issue with them, is what I'm saying. But I'm also saying we as people
listen,
have
if y'all
choices.
are listening, my friend is a good person, okay? She just needs some guidance on this.
I'm gonna ask for guidance. That's why I said I'm gonna do a little bit more
I'm
research
asking
on
for
this
guidance.
one on them, and I'm gonna find out what
There are people out there who feel like people with autism should not.
It depends where you are on the spectrum.
They can't go to certain countries.
Yes, actually, the old RBT
Yes.
told me they can go to certain countries. And again, autism is a spectrum, right? So if we have two people,
Oh, so if it just look cute autism, it's okay.
None of it is cute. But I do also believe that if you are intellectually disabled, you should not be. You can't take care of that child if you're intellectually disabled. Now, in the spectrum of autism, there are people that are not intellectually disabled, and that there are some that are. That's why it's called a spectrum. Now, if you're at 15, 20 something and still can't use the bathroom on your own, which is out there, and now just because you can physically reproduce, you should have a child? No. I feel like you deserve love. I feel like you deserve fun. Once you're here, you deserve all of that, but you're not making the choice to bring in someone into the world that's intellectually disabled. Once you're here, we're going to love you. We're going to support you. We're going to make sure you have as normal life as possible, but don't make the choice to bring someone who is fully disabled and needs help into this world. That's all I'm saying. And I think that makes a good point.
In Jesus' name I pray. We're going to wrap it up. Because my heart is hurting right now.
Is it?
Yes.
Because you want people to choose to have intellectually disabled people? Kids?
I want people to choose to live full lives.
That's not a full life.
And a part of that is having a family and having children for some people.
Again, if you know, like that's like, isn't sickle cell the same way?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you have certain traits and you know that if these two people, like I know that if I have a baby with someone with type B blood, it's gonna happen what happened to Ayana and Sam. It's called I forgot what it's called. But that's why they get jaundice and they can't get rid of it for weeks. And they end up in the hospital in the incubator for weeks because these two blood types. Now that goes away after like a couple of weeks and it's jaundice. If you were to tell me that if I have sex with someone that is type B and my child is going to come out intellectually disabled, I would not do that.
Okay.
No one should do that.
No. You
No
were
one
almost
should
there.
do-
You
no.
were almost there.
No,
You were almost there.
no.
You
I
would
don't
not
think-
do it. And
Am
it's
I
your
tripping? Vivian,
choice. No.
Yes or no?
We're not gonna bring Vivian into it because then I might not be able to kind of hi, hello, laugh. Don't give your opinion, Vivian.
Somebody who's behind the scenes.
No.
I wish this wall wasn't here. I want somebody to tell me.
And I love you. I'm gonna love you through this.
No,
I'm gonna love you through this.
I'm gonna love you through it too. But I already know you wouldn't do it.
I'm
Would
about
you
to say it. This the Christian way right here.
Yes, be good people.
Yes, be good people. You know what?
Not irresponsible people.
So what has you feeling good this week, Carla?
I don't know. What did I put on here?
Something about ladies' night.
About what? Date night?
Ladies' night? Oh,
bingo!
Yeah,
B-I-N-G-O. B-I-N-G-o. They don't.
I need to woosah. I was going to cry for real.
Were you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, friend. I'm so sorry.
Yes. Don't be sorry.
Were you thinking about having a kid?
No, I want you to,
I just don't want people. I know how hard it is to take care. And keep in mind,
but that,
Psalm is,
we can do hard things.
I hear
Are we gonna
you.
wrap it up?
No, you can cry. It's fine. I know how hard it is, and this is where I'm coming from. I know how hard it is, and I have my child is not intellectually disabled.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty self-sufficient. It's so hard, and I watch families, and the more I get into like the autism spectrum, and I learn of more and more moms, and I watch their struggle, and I watch them cry, because when your TikTok shows you cats, my TikTok shows me autism. Right?
Okay, I know it's hard.
But then we're talking about hard on a person that's able to handle it. Bringing that hard onto a person that cannot handle it. That's not okay for them or that child.
I don't think that we should decide not to do things just because they're hard, especially when it comes to bringing someone into this world.
It's hard for us.
At one point, it was hard to be it was extremely hard to be a Black person. You know that, right? You were going to be a slave.
That's not the same, bro. That's not the same.
Okay.
That's
wrapped up. We're at the hour.
We're going to bingo.
None got me feeling good right now. It's a feel good segment, but I can't even see past this right now. Let me see. What was I gonna say? I'm feeling good about.
Well, we're going to bingo. We're going to an R&B bingo this weekend. Yes. It's going to be so much fun. We'll catch you up on that, and that's part of what I want to do with my friends. So when she does love me, and I'm not talking about this stuff. I really want to, I've been saying I want to get us out of the phones. I want to get us out of social media. I want to get us back together in small groups. So I have a few ideas of things. So don't let me forget, and do not post this episode without the show notes having a link to sign up with their email.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to do like a waiting list.
Like a meetup. For meetups.
So I want to do like friendship meetups for women all over. We're definitely going to start here in Florida. So if you got the Frontier Pass, baby, and it comes to Orlando, get it. You'll get here for $16. We'll start in Central Florida for sure, possibly Atlanta. So those are my two main hubs that I think would be great to start this. But I want to do meetups with women, dance classes, pole, hip hop. That's going to be fun. Like salsa. Mm-hmm. I want us to do that.
Pottery.
Pottery was so much fun when we did it. But all of it. Yeah. And I feel like Carlos actually here at Hi Hello Labs we were on the phone, and I love when I have like friends that see my vision and can actually add more stuff to it. He's like an Airbnb, and I'm like, I have one. He's like, yeah, you could do a meetup. And remember, what's the chef's name that did the thing for Ariel's thing?
I know who you're talking about.
But we do a brunch at the house with like 10 or 15 women. We're at the pool. We're in the living room. We get to like do things together. We get to talk about what we got going on, get deep at some point, cry, laugh, drink, smoke, like just do things like that.
Yeah.
So that's what I want for women. I don't know what I'm going to call it.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure something out like that. But I want us to I want other women to find other women to have the relationship we do.
I love that.
Like our friend group is so dope. And even if it's just our friend group who shows up, but I want y'all to have what we're having. Yeah. And I'm having so much fun. And when Addie sent it, I was like, oh, bet, let's go.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that. And that's what's making me feel good. I know that I'm going to be able to bring women together to experience like our fun.
Okay. I'll feel good in an hour. So
we're going to go get our nails done. You'll be fine.
Yes, we'll go get our nails
done. What time
is
it? We got plenty of time.
I guess I got to pay for you because I need something to feel better about. I got to. If that's what you wanted, that's all you had to fucking say.
You would have played it already? We'd have to go through all that? All right, I don't have a review this week because I did not pull it up, but make sure that you leave an Apple Podcast
subscribe, leave a comment. We love you guys.
DM us, email us, let us know what you're thinking, whether you agree with us or not. And remember, share the podcast with your friends. That's how we continue to grow. Our audio numbers are important. Our YouTube numbers are important. Yes. And we want to just like create this like really dope community.
Yeah. This man invited us to his podcast. I don't know if it's a setup.
Who?
In my DMs, he said he wants us to
come
on.
Here?
It's a financial podcast. You think he's fucking with me?
What's his name?
He said money. I think he's fucking with me. I don't know. Bye, guys. We'll see you next time.